Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from Bourbon Street Billiards here at 241 Vaughan Street in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We're here today for the 2025 Central Canadian Snooker Championships. It is day one of a three-day event, and we're in the round of 16. And as a bonus for you guys, we get a chance to enjoy a nice little matchup here between Rob CARDINAL and Sahil NAYYAR, who is the #1 snooker player in Canada at the moment. That's him at the table. He's just getting going on the score right now. And looks like Rob has 8 points, I believe. 6 points. So Sahil's going to miss that one. And so I'm going to leave this opened up for you guys. I got to take a break. I haven't had a chance to take a break. And they told me that I was going to have a little bit of a chance here, but in the end, they ended up starting up this match right away. So I'm going to take a few minute breather. I will be back. Those of you that are watching right now, hang on. I'll do it here. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this set up for you guys here. Why do I not have that set up? What would that be under? I think it's this one. Yes. Okay. Bear with me, I'm almost done here. One thing I like about these snooker events is that I have no involvement in the refereeing, which is nice. Like, I don't mind doing the refereeing, but like it's always the same case. You're gonna upset somebody with a call. It's just a matter of time. All right, so we'll switch over here, and I'm gonna put this up real quick. The stream is unattended for a few minutes. I'll be back, and I'll take the score when I come back. Thank you for being understanding. Share the stream if you guys are enjoying it. two things you gotta know. So there's a green wire and then the regular wire. Yours is this one here. If it's not, it's off. Okay? Right. Now, the other way you can mute it, you take the headset, this part here. Down something. I'll go all skill. Use the button. Looked at it. Find out. I should have set this up already. I felt like nobody was going to help. Say something?
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So I'll turn up the volume on the headphones, make sure they're evened out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mine is number 5.
Okay.
So can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, we're good. And yours is unmuted? Okay, we're good. All right, so the stream is not unattended anymore. I'm back. Timer's still running. We're still on the first frame. And what is the score?
Let me see. 39 to 10. And Sahil's on a little bit of a run here. Yeah, that's good.
All right, and this is Albert Kenny, who's joining me here on the mic right now. We got some good experience behind the line of fire.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Congratulations on your win, by the way. It was the fastest match so far. It was just over 2 hours, yeah.
Wow, it actually felt... And that was the shortest match at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, Billy was he's a crafty veteran. He had a very good tactical game.
Could be dangerous playing against him. And he's just so good, so consistent, right?
Yeah, we in the first frame he had a lovely steal. I think I was 25 ahead with 27 left, and he made a.
You missed that pink, and he took it over from there.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I said to him after the match. I was like, that pink I missed was effectively frame ball. I think I needed to pop one more red, which I had shape on. But yeah, so that first frame annoyed me a little bit.
Now, personally, I don't like spotting the balls for my opponent, especially when my opponent's really good, because it's constantly telling me how good he is. I'd rather him spot the balls, me sit on the side, wait for my turn and come in fresh.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, I grew up in Ireland for 31 years.
Okay.
And, you know, I started playing snooker at the age of 4. And the way it was, at least in Ireland, and I presume England, Scotland, Wales as well, is you always take, you know, the balls out for your opponent. You're effectively referee, you know. And yeah, so it took me to learn. I remember playing the Alberta Championships for the first time, and I was playing against Tom Finstad, and I was putting some balls in the pockets, or, you know, like black off the spot and stuff like that, and he wasn't taking it out, and I was like, "Jeez, he's very rude." Like, you know what I mean? What's going on here? Yeah. But it is a North American thing, like, you know, to spot your own balls. So it's something I had to kind of get used to. Yeah, it's I guess more or less a courtesy that the other players doing it. So, excuse me. The way they usually do it is, like if you're sitting down at the green, yellow, and brown, and then I'm at the top of the table, you would spot the balls at the bottom for me, right? And then I would handle the blue up. Like that's the way usually they do it. Right. But some people don't want you to touch the ball at all, and superstitious or whatever it is. Yeah. Right? Someone had mentioned to me the reason he doesn't like when people take out balls from him is that he feels like they'll move on a shot and stuff like that, and you know, people are out to kind of cheat against you. Yeah. But you know, it's a gentleman's game, and doing stuff like that is just something you wouldn't see back in Ireland and England. You know what I mean? Yeah. Usually you won't see that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think it can take you out of your. I feel like it can take you out of your flow. You know, if I put a blue in the corner and I'm standing around the green spot and I have to walk all the way down to grab the blue, put it back, and then chalk. I can't get into a rhythm.
You're right.
So I would much prefer, and I always just take balls out for people, and that's just the way I kind of grew up playing the game. But
yeah, no, I get it, man. There's a lot of different things in this game where, like, a lot of it is more or less sportsman, old tradition, I guess you would say too. The game has kind of changed as far as like how people follow rules and stuff traditionally. Like nowadays, you'll see players that will stand around in your view, holding their cues. But like 20 years ago, everybody would be sitting down, right? Like if you're not shooting, you're sitting down. That's all there was to it.
Yeah.
Little things like that, and the style. I think the style of snooker is changing too. I'm going to give credit to Ronnie O'Sullivan for changing the game in a big way, but I think Judd Trump is the one that made the most effect because, like, he plays a yo-yo shots and he plays them really well. So by him playing that style of game, he attracts a lot more people to the game because they want to try that yo-yo stuff too, right? And
yeah, I mean, me as a when I watch snooker, Judd Trump is definitely my favorite player to watch. He's just so entertaining.
Yeah.
And some people might say, he's showing off, and I'm like, but yeah, sure, why not? He's showcasing his skills, and most of the time the frame is over. The crowd are there; they're there to be entertained. So entertain them, and he's
really good at it. Yeah.
Have you seen some of like his exhibition shots?
Absolutely nuts, man.
You go to YouTube and type in Judd Trump exhibition shots, and your mind will be blown with the stuff that he can do with a cue ball. He's ridiculous.
Well, and he kind of grew up admiring Ronnie O'Sullivan too. So, like, I'm surprised that he plays the way that he plays because that's not how Ronnie plays, right?
Yeah, Ronnie's not actually very flashy. He's very much like when he gets in, he wants to just be perfect every time. He wants to clear the table, and there's no flashy stuff, which is commendable too. Like just to always be on stroke on every single shot and putting the white ball exactly where you want every single shot.
The days he's on, it's incredible the stuff he can do, man. But when he's off, he's just an average player.
Yeah,
an average player that can get into stroke. Not a good thing.
It's interesting. He would probably say that he's won tournaments. Actually, he would definitely say he's won tournaments where he hasn't played very well. Yeah. He sets such high standards for himself.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because he's never. I remember I watched him. He won like a best of 11 6-1 or 6-2, and he had 4 centuries in the 6 frames he won. Yeah. And I remember he got interviewed afterwards. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not happy with my performance," and he was dead serious. There was no. He wasn't trying to sound cocky or arrogant or anything like that. He genuinely is always looking for perfection in his performance.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. I admire the way he is, man. A lot of people don't like the way he talks, but as far as like who he is as a player, he's just an incredible player.
Yeah, I don't. When it comes to the players, I don't get personal about it. I love Ronnie. I love his game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I could watch him all day, and how he is as a person, I couldn't really care less.
Even guys like Selby, like a lot of people criticize Selby for slow play.
Yeah.
But if you watch the way he plays, he's got a skill and an art behind the way he plays, and even though it's not an entertaining game to watch, it's a very educational game to watch. Right? Because like he shows you a lot about like different angles that you can play safeties on or snookers on. He shows you how to like get out of trouble too, because he's really good at it.
He's a grinder.
He's
a modern day Cliff Torban.
Yeah.
He puts 100% into every single shot. Whereas some players they might let their guard down or play a shot based off emotion. Whereas Selby's just 100% every single shot. He wants to play the right shot, and whatever will get him back in the balls, kind of thing. Where he can do damage to his opponent.
Who's the most entertaining player outside of Judd Trump, in your opinion, from the pro circuit?
Interesting. Trying to think who else. I mean, back in the day, it was Jimmy White and Alex Higgins. And the modern day, Judd Trump. Yes, I don't know. Can you think of any off the top of your head?
It is tough when you think about it, but I think like Luca Bracell is an entertaining player because he's an 8-ball player, so he plays a different style, kind of like Kyron Wilson. They take on shots that snooker players normally would not play. Right? So I find that entertaining, but I like Mark Williams. Because he's just all around. Like I remember that one time he said if he won the world championship, he was going to sit down in the press box naked, and he did.
He did. He came in with a towel. Yeah, I remember that.
There was that one time where he played that shot looking away. He played a 2-reel escape shot to make it. Like
he's a character. Yeah. If you want to talk about characters, yeah, like Mark Williams, he's right up there. I'm kind of worried we might start losing characters as the years go. You know, because if you think about the modern day players now that are playing on the professional circuit. I don't know. Is there any characters in there?
Not really, man. Most of these guys are serious now.
Yeah. But the standard is as high as it's ever been. I think there's been 10 or 11 maxes on the professional circuit for this year alone. So it's
that's so huge, man. Watching these guys do that. I don't know. Do you think the pockets got bigger? Like for the pro circuit?
I don't think so. No.
Sometimes I think they make the pocket bigger on the TV table just so it looks fancier.
I don't know. I think the cameras will play tricks on you and make you think that the pockets are bigger than they actually are, because I agree with you in a sense. When I'm watching, sometimes I'm like, oh, these pockets are buckets, like, you know. But then you'll see a certain camera angle and you're like, whoa, that's a really small pocket. Like I remember watching yesterday. I think it was John Higgins hitting a green into the green pocket. Whatever way the camera angle was they're very small. But I will say they have brand new cloths every single time. So when you're knocking balls down the rail, you know the red isn't going to deviate too much off the cushion. It'll slide, which in turn makes the pockets, I guess, a little bit bigger. Yeah. Because the red will slide a little bit more. But no, I played on both star tables and Rason tables.
Those are nice. The star tables are nice.
They're beautiful.
I got to try them out in Toronto. Master Qs, I think it's called.
Q Billiards, yeah, Master Q Billiards. Yeah. Okay.
That was actually the beginning of my journey, man. I got invited to go out there with Patrick Wee from Snooker Canada. Right. And I go out there and I got to meet the owner. I can't remember the owner's name now. But I got to meet him anyway.
His name is Carter.
Carter, yeah, that's right. But he's got another name, but Carter's how I met him. Right. So Carter and I got the opportunity to sit on the mic and cover a snooker match. Mm-hmm. And that was my very first time. And I don't know, man. Like, by the time I was done doing that first stream, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. I just fell in love with it.
Yeah. Well, I was here last year, obviously, for the Central Canadians, and you were...
Yeah, you won it last year.
I did, yeah. I was lucky enough to win it. But I think you were doing the stream for that as well, I think, last year?
No, last year I didn't do the coverage for it. What I did is I covered your guys' money match.
Oh, the money match, me and Blake, yeah.
That was a fun match, too.
Yeah.
So, who do you think is the guy that can be, I guess, considered like a Ronnie O'Sullivan in Canada right now? Since you play pro, you probably meet a lot of these guys.
In Canada. I've only really seen the western side of Canada. Okay. I still haven't been out to Montreal or Toronto and played snooker there, so it's hard for me to say. I would say western side. Yeah. I don't know if there is any. There's not enough juniors playing the game. Unfortunately, like some of the clubs that I play in, most of the people who are playing are in their 30s and 40s. So it's a little concerning, actually, for kids, growing up that might want to start playing snooker. I think they have a long way to go. I think the standard in Canada, excuse me, is a lot has a long way to go. Yeah. Before it gets back to where it was back in the 80s when you had people like Kirk Stevens and Bill Warburton, Cliff Torben.
Those guys are fun to watch playing too in their primes.
Yeah. But it's interesting. There's just you need that junior.
Yeah, you gotta. That's the only way to bring it to life. So, like, my theory, like the reason why I support snooker and I do things for snooker, is because of that same purpose. The way I look at things is like pool became really popular when snooker started dying off a little bit here in Canada, and I feel like the only reason that the game started dying off here in Canada was because everybody that was great at it didn't want to share their knowledge, right? And if they did share their knowledge, they would never share all the knowledge because that's how they get their edge to be able to compete. Nowadays, like, there's so much stuff on YouTube that it doesn't matter. You can hold your knowledge to yourself, whatever. People are still going to learn. Yep. But back then, that was the big effect. So, like, instead of having guys like, say, I don't know, Bill Sharpen was one of our players here in Manitoba that was really good. Yeah. If he would like to take some juniors under his wing and train them, now we would have more players playing, then those guys will try to teach other players too, because that's how they learn, right? And so eventually what you're doing is you're creating, instead of 4 players, maybe 20 or 30 players overall, right? And everybody's sharing that same knowledge from that one master. Now the game has a chance to grow. That master dies and doesn't share that knowledge, that's the end of that game.
Yeah, well, there was a huge, in the 90s, 2000s, I think that's when, I think Elaine Robidoux was probably the only Canadian that was still on the professional circuit. And, I don't think there's any Canadian that's on the professional circuit right now. I know Sahil, who we're watching here, he has his 2-year tour card for the World Snooker Tour.
Yeah.
So, I think it's going to be the first time a Canadian has represented on the World Snooker Tour in I don't know how long,
That's really exciting, man. I don't know. It's kind of cool to hear that Canada's going to have a chance to have a player out there playing. Now, how many years have you known Sahil for?
I actually just met him recently.
Okay.
Played a tournament 2 weeks ago, the Calgary Open back in Calgary.
Yeah.
And himself and Nitin Sharma and one or two others from Toronto came out to play it. So that was, that was the first time I'd met him and seeing a little bit as to what the Toronto talent is like.
I hear there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, well, Sahil, who we're watching here, is an excellent player. He recently won a money match against Alex Pagaline yesterday, in fact.
Yesterday,
He beat him 9-4, I believe. As everyone knows, in the pool and the snooker world, Alex Pagaline is an excellent player. So
yeah, he's an all-around player too. Not just one game; he plays them all.
Yeah, he told me his favorite game is his favorite billiard game is snooker. So it was actually surprising because I thought he was just predominantly a pool player. I mean, he is predominantly a pool player,
but he grew up with snooker. And it's weird because you don't see a lot of Filipino players that play snooker because you usually have to stretch out on this table, and even if you're a tall player, you have a hard time on this table.
Yeah.
Right. So for like shorter players, you usually don't see that. Here in Winnipeg, I don't really know anybody that's Filipino that plays snooker either. Right. So having a player like him being so good shows anybody can play the game. It doesn't matter if you're tall or short or whatever. If you have the passion, you put the time in, you're going to develop the game.
Yep. That was a really good pot there by Sahil.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pay attention to the game a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. The score right now is 18-8.
Yep. So I got that proper.
The score line as well is 1-0. Yeah.
Yeah, that's on there as well.
Very nice.
Nice straight pot.
Yeah, it's a great chance here to see this frame out. Though he did have a 10-point deficit, so he's going to have to get some of those reds there a little tied up on the side cushion and the top cushion.
He's so smooth, man.
Yeah, he's got a great technique.
There's a nice straight shot.
Yeah.
No bobbling at all on his body, straight.
Yeah. Kept his head still. The golden rule in snooker: keep your head still, and it's actually something I'm struggling with. I don't know if you've picked that up yet.
I did notice it in the last match.
There's just an ever so slight lift in my head, and it's kind of driving me crazy, to be honest.
They say you're supposed to stay down till the cue ball stops moving, but it's hard to do it. I don't know. It's just habit.
Yeah, I think that's more so to get you used to keeping your head still after you've stroked the ball. That's
very
excellent
nice
shot. Excellent shot.
He's on a run here, but I have no idea what the run is.
Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 reds left. He's probably on 3 reds, 3 colors, so maybe 3 blacks.
3 blacks, yeah, that makes sense.
Good shot. Now he has a great chance. Has 6 open reds here.
Now, do you prefer angle or straight on a shot?
On the black, always you need some angle.
Yeah.
But I don't mind straight shots for reds, if it means getting easy position, obviously on the black or the pink.
So that's 32.
32.
He's in a nice prime spot here. I'm wondering if he's going to try to open up those 2 reds in the bottom rail at any point, or if he's going to wait till after.
Well, I think he can build up enough points off the loose reds to win the frame. So
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just
Yeah.
play the reds that are open.
absolutely. Gets through the ball so well.
Yeah, man, hits it nice. I'm
Tape.
almost there. I can hear my stroke is almost there. And believe it or not, there's people that got better stroke than that yet. Okay, thank you. Cornell and Steve for one.
I've lost count.
Well, you had 5 blocks, 6 blocks, I believe. 5 blocks, and then all the blue. 46.
He's just chipping away here. Table's playing beautiful. Nice and quick. Cushions are very responsive.
They just set this table up maybe like a month ago.
Okay. Yeah, it's playing lovely. Rolling pretty straight too. I didn't see any rolls on the table while I was playing. Sahil's in stroke here.
Yeah, he's hitting that so nice, man.
It's super loose. You know, if you watch his cue action, everything's real loose.
And fresh off the plane, man. Like he barely warmed up and got into it right away.
Yeah, apparently he lost his bag and his cue. So
Yeah.
you had to hang around at the airport, I think, until it showed up. Which is why he's not dressed in the appropriate attire.
I'm becoming a fan of this guy already, man, the way he plays.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think probably just red in the color will solidify this frame.
So on point, man.
He's gone a bit too far there to disturb these 2 reds. He's probably going to have to play setup for a plant.
Well, I don't think he'll need anything here. If he misses on the reds, he's fine. He got the frame ready. But like you can see, he's thinking about that possibility of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you almost had it twice.
Oh, stop. Yeah, I was feeling good.
81 and 80.
Yeah, I missed a relatively easy blue. And then I missed the red in the middle with 2 reds left. That would have been a good run. That would have been 120 or something. But
yeah, one was a 103 and the other one was a 120.
Yeah, but not to worry. I'm confident if I stay late into the tournament, I'll have 1 or 2 centuries, you know.
When I watch you play, man, I can just see it. Like you're so natural. Like when you start hitting that ball, it just goes, and then like the patterns just come out. You do slow down, you know, every now and then when you have to figure out something specific, but you're very natural at seeing the table and playing your patterns.
Yeah, like Billy earlier on, we had a couple of tactical games. The first 2 games are quite tactical, and sometimes I can overthink certain situations. Yeah, I like to get into balls and kind of flow.
Yeah, we lost it. I lost track at 60.
85?
85? Yeah, 85 point break on that one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, 85 there, yeah. So, Sahil probably have a century in this match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict that the highest run for the week is gonna be 125. That's my guess.
Oh, he scratched off it. Why did you go off the 3rd ball? I thought it's standard that you go off the last or second last ball.
Yeah, for me it's always the last ball.
I play off the second last ball.
Okay, that's going to open them up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just do the standard kind of professional break. I go thin off the last red. I usually only take out 2 reds.
Yeah.
And I just try and get the white on that ball cushion behind the yellow.
Yeah.
I like to chip away. You know, I'm a chip away kind of person when it comes to break building. I like to take the loose reds and don't play overly aggressive shots early on in a break anyway. You know.
So did he like play off that third ball? Like I know he wasn't trying to scratch intentionally, but did he play off that third ball with that pace because he figured like I'm just going to open up the table a little bit. This guy's going to feel under pressure. He's like going to turn the table over. Now I'm going to have more balls to work with.
Yeah,
is that the way he set it up?
Yeah, and you know, I should point this out that the high break prize is 300, and if you get a max, you get 1,000. So you're talking 1,300 if you get a maxi.
Yeah.
And you know that could be playing on Sahil's mind a little bit. Maybe I'll open up the balls and see if I can make a good attempt at a max. But
man,
you know.
I would so love to see that. I mean, you're the first guy that delivered centuries to me on the stream.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I streamed a lot of snooker, but like honestly, the competition here is good, but we're not at that high level.
Yeah. You know, I will say that the tables are playing beautiful, like the speed.
Yeah.
The reactions off the cushions, and you know the pockets they're a little on the generous side. I would say, you know, they're not huge, but they would be a little bit more generous than the the star or the Rason tables that the professionals play on. So yeah, I'm predicting a high run this week, and yeah, hopefully I'm involved in that.
That reminds me of like when Ronnie O'Sullivan was in the middle of a 147, and before he continued, he asked the ref like, "How much is the payout?"
Yeah, that was on the first red. He put the red one. He was on 1.
Yeah.
And he turned to the ref and he says, "Yeah, what's the high break prize, or what do you get for a 147?" And I think the ref said, "Oh, I don't know." And he goes, "Well, can you find out?"
Yeah, it's so funny.
And then he proceeded to clear up the table, 15 reds, 15 blacks, all the colors. Got to the black, and then he didn't even want to play the black.
No, because it wasn't worth it. It was like 10 grand or something like that.
I think it was less. I think it was like 5.
Yeah.
So he was trying to make a bit of a statement and say, you know, this is ridiculous.
I remember that.
Knocking in a maxi for 3 grand or 5 grand or whatever it was. He was playing against Mark King.
Yeah.
If memory serves me right. And yeah, he didn't even want to play the black. And the ref's like, come on, there's a crowd here. Like, you know, knock the black in for them. But that's Ronnie. Like, he's...
yeah, he's like that.
He's a savant. He's very polarizing. He's a little out there, but just love watching him play the game.
Shine.
That was excellent. Yeah, so Hill's playing quite aggressive here. I think he's
feeling comfortable.
Yeah, he's on it absolutely perfect on this red. You know, when I'm in this position here, I'm looking at that red above the black, and oh,
he missed it.
Oh, it's an error by Sahil.
That was a brown and a blue. So 11 points.
I think there's 12 reds on the table. Let me see. Let me count.
Oh wait, he's sitting at 17 right now. 17 to 4.
Yeah, there's 12 reds left, so he had 3 reds there. 17. Okay. And 4 for up. Yeah, but I was going to say that red above the black, you know, that will go into the bottom left-hand corner pocket. So.
Yeah, that's going to give him a chance. And then he has that position to be able to play for the black to open up the reds more if he wants to. Like,
yeah.
I mean, technically having that red here in the open next to the pack, that kind of helps him to get into that area too if he wanted to.
Yeah, he doesn't have great shape here on the blue. He might be looking at potting the blue and going into the pack here.
Yep. Oh, man.
Tough shot off the rail.
And he's left the red. But the blue going where it is might come in handy for him. Let's take a look at the side angle.
Yeah, he'll want to land on that blue, and then with the hopes of getting that red next to the black. Just ran too far, I think. So how many cameras have you got set up here, Rod?
I got 4 altogether.
Oh, wow.
2 on this table, 1 on the table next to it, and then 1 at the end. But I never had to use the 1 at the end, so I don't know. I might just take that one home tonight.
Wow, he was on the blue. And then with potting this red, he's going to free open the black and he can get to work.
Yeah, I'll get to work. 10 reds, including that one on the table. Possible 80 plus the 27 on top, 107. Tucked into that red though, that's no good.
It's going to be on the break. Yeah. Don't think he has anything on here.
No. He tucked right into that red.
Might be on this red. Just above the black.
He's going to open up the pack if he's going to go for that then.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real good spread.
This is almost set up like a practice routine. Just spread out the reds and get your arm going. Yeah, this is a really good chance for a ton.
Yeah.
Good shot.
He's working on that stroke for a long time, man. Just sounds like a master stroke.
Yeah, he definitely has a solid technique.
Well, and he hits the back of the pocket with some confidence, you know.
Yeah, he definitely he's very assertive with how he hits the ball, which is great. You know, you want to hit the ball with authority.
This would be for the third one. Yes, that's 24.
I think he started with a blue, didn't he?
Oh, plus that too, yes.
Yeah, so I think he's on 31.
31.
Slightly out of position there. He's going to have to go for the blue or one of the ball colors here off this red. This is missable, but I expect him to get it. Yeah, just a little bit too much angle off this red. He's probably going to go for one of the ball colors. Wow, he's able to hold for the blue. Excellent shot.
Yeah, very nice. Oops.
Shot, perfect. He just wants to screw this back in between the two reds on the right hand side. Oh no, stop. Okay.
Yeah, he's all right. He just came off a big match from yesterday too, so he's ready to go, man. That's why he's so on stroke. He just spent like 6 hours playing last night.
Yeah. Shot. Yeah, excellent chance here for century now. Didn't quite get into that one.
Oh. Slower off the rail too a bit there.
Yeah, he wanted a little bit more draw, and now he kind of stun screwed it. coming. Don't worry, guys. It's coming. The century's coming.
69.
Nice run.
Yeah, not bad.
So Sahil's flying. He's 3-0 up here.
He's trying to find action. That's why he's missing.
I'll be right back in 2 or 3 minutes.
All right. No, I'm good, man. Thank you. So that's 3 for him. Off to a great start in this match. All right, I guess they're on a little bit of a breather. So let's bring up our sponsors from the event. Titan X Contract Managers, Hidari Snooker Academy, and Champion Ironworks. Abo Home Recreation as well, located here in Winnipeg. They put up some of the money towards the highest run. I think it's what Albert was saying is $300 for the high run, and then also $1,000 for whoever makes a 147. And I don't know, man. I got a feeling it's going to come this weekend. It may not come today, but it might show up by tomorrow. I've never witnessed a 147 in person before, so I would love to see that for the first time. Oh, the timer stopped there for a second. We'll keep it going. I guess it's good, though, because we were in a bathroom break anyway. All right, so we resume here in frame number 4. Rob Cardinal back against the wall. Needs to do his best to come back in this match. But he's got a tough opponent here, and the #1 snooker player in Canada, Sahil NAYYAR. So the matches for tomorrow, Dave and Frank are still playing. They're at 3-2 for Frank against Dave. The winner of Frank and Dave is going to play against Albert tomorrow. Donnie Cheminsky and Blake Martel will have a matchup tomorrow as well in the quarterfinal round. Kerry Chapaya and Darcy Michael will also meet. And then Steve Kenyons is going to be playing against the winner of this match that we're watching right now. Now, if I'm Steve Kenyons, I'm thinking to myself, I better start coming in early tomorrow so I can get warmed up.
Right?
Because he's going to be playing against Sahil. Sahil.
We're at, I think, 11 a.m. start tomorrow, Winnipeg time. 11
a.m. Yeah.
So, yeah, I might try to get here myself at 10 and, yeah, go through a little practice routines. I played okay in my match, but yeah, I would like a bit more practice time in the tables just to get a proper feel for how the cushions are reacting and the cloth and stuff like that. Yeah, I was just kind of struggling with it the first frame or two. Yeah, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Play for an hour before we start.
Yeah, they have a special here too. It's like $25 for a practice card for 2 weeks. You can play all you want.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
He's thinking about it. Somebody told him it's $1,000 for a 147.
1,300. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,300 with a high run.
That's 300 high break price. Yeah, it's great. Darcy Michael, big shout out to Darcy. Doing an amazing job down here. As are yourself, Rob. You know, I know you volunteered your time here. You haven't charged anything, and just trying to grow the sport, right?
Yeah, it's good,
Passionate
man.
about the game. Yeah.
I love the game, honestly. Like, I just want to see more people playing it. I always tell like everybody that has anything to do with snooker, they gotta do more like 6 reds and 10 reds, because that's gonna draw like the 9-ball players out. Right? They're gonna want to come out and try it out with 10 reds, 6 reds, a little bit quicker. And it doesn't take as long. It's more aggressive, right? 6 red, especially.
Right.
Everybody plays 6 red like it's just a shootout.
Yeah, I mean, even back in Calgary, it's a game that's quite popular. 6 red.
What does he have? 12?
He has 12 to 0. So yeah, it's once again big shout out to Darcy Michael for putting on an amazing tournament. So, I came here last year, absolutely loved it. Very well ran tournament. And Darcy is also a man that's trying to get the game going again in Canada.
He's done a really good job with it.
Yeah. So I'm always down for supporting tournaments where we're all we're all working as a team almost, to help grow the sport again in Canada, which I'm more than happy to participate in.
Yeah, there's talk about like another one in I think June or in the summer, and they're going to add $5,000 to it, and then maybe running a Manitoba one here too.
Brilliant.
But there's only more room to grow it. I mean, one of the things about snooker, why it was kind of slowly dying off here in Winnipeg, is because we didn't really have outsiders coming in to play in the tournaments anymore. It was all just local. Right. And then, like, if you have one guy that's the best in that community, everybody else can never be better than him without having more people that are just as good as him, right? Like, the only way you grow a community is by making other players better, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to play more. They want to compete more. So you take a tournament that only has 8 players, suddenly you got 16, then 24, and then 48, right? And
yeah. It's 3 years ago. I played 2 tournaments in the whole calendar season for snooker in Canada, and that was the BC Championships and the Alberta Championships. That's primarily just in Canada, right? Not necessarily Seattle and California, where they have some tournaments now. But in the last 2 years, and even this year, you have like 10 or 12 snooker tournaments to choose from in Canada and the States. So it's definitely growing. It's definitely growing in the last couple of years,
Yeah.
That's brilliant. It was, back in the 80s, it was outside of Ireland and the UK, the next biggest demographic was Canada, so let's get it going again.
Yeah, definitely. We got to get it to a point where, like,
very good job.
Average players are wanting to play it, and then from there, kids will want to play it too. It's just a matter. It's a process, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, the players that are snooker players that have kids, you gotta get them at least playing the game for fun. They don't have to be like professionals, but just let them play the game, because at least you're adding another player onto the field.
Yeah. Get some junior tournaments going. I know I did see there was a BC Junior Championship that was on recently, which is great. Yeah, you got to get the juniors involved.
Yeah.
You got to be looking at the next set of players coming up.
Yeah, and I look at that too when it comes to like the commentary stuff and the streaming. I think about, like, right now I want to train somebody that's anywhere between like 15 to like 25, because then they have enough time to be able to do something great with what I do. And I don't know, it's about thinking about the future too, because like if I stop doing this, who else is going to do it like the same way that I do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how many viewers or how many people are tuned in right now, but just having an open stream and getting people to tune in. I mean, the standard in this tournament is very high. There's a lot of really good players in this tournament. Sahil here he just came out from Toronto just to play this tournament. So it's Yeah, I'm impressed that both of you guys came back. I mean, he came here for the first time. You came back to defend the title. That's right. Yeah. I consider Darcy a good friend of mine, and I'll support anything he does. Yeah. I have a lot of time for him. Just super genuine guy, and he's just trying to help grow the sport. And anyone that does that in this country, I'll support him. He's like a history book, because he's been around from back in the day. So we watch a lot of these great players become great players. Right. And so when you sit there and you spend like
20 minutes with him just talking about snooker. He'll fill your mind up with history you never knew about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. After the Calgary Open back in Calgary, we went out for dinner, and yeah, he's got a lot of stories up his sleeve, as Darcy.
Yeah.
Knows a lot about the game.
You can see the passion, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great to see these tournaments.
Oh,
Good.
From earlier
Yeah,
too.
the score is 44-8 for Sahil.
Yeah, honestly, when I cover like different events, out of all the events that I cover in any sport, concerts, anything that I do, snooker's the hardest. Because if you blink, you lose track of the score, and then you're guessing.
Yeah, we're yapping a lot, aren't we?
No, but it's always like that. Doesn't matter. I had earlier, I was working by myself, and anybody came, like even Patrick would come and say, like, the score's 4-0, like you did here. And I would look at that and type it in, and I lost track of the score. It's just unpreventable. Unless you're, like, really good at, like, paying attention to how many reds are on the table.
Right, right.
Then you have to guess on the colors anyway. Just a little bit too much pace.
Yeah, Rob's struggling out there.
He's in a tough position, though. I mean, he's playing against a guy that just didn't even have a match yet, and he's off the hop with an 80-point run.
Sahil's
I like that he's disciplined here because he can be like, you know what, I'll just give him a shot. Who cares? I'll go to the next one. Because like if he wanted to chase, say, the high run, or if he wanted to chase, the 147, he can just give him this game and just go to the next one and have a chance at it again.
Right.
But instead, he's playing like as if he's behind.
Listen, you just you take what the table gives you.
Yeah.
You know, you're just playing the table. It's easier said than done. Just to go out and just play the balls and try not to think about your opponent. You know, because I had some matches recently where I found myself playing maybe a little slower, or a little faster than I usually do, and I was somehow getting sucked into how my opponent was playing. You know, and I would just copy his pace of play. You know, and I think what's really important is every time you're playing, you just play at your pace.
Yeah.
Play how you see the table, and try to forget about your opponent. You know, just
As much as you can. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't ever think about my opponent. That's why I talk the way I talk, man, because like I just know it's me and the table.
Yeah. There's a little out. Wonder will Rob try and cut this red in the middle. If he misses it, he probably loses the match. But if he pots it, he has a great opportunity to score some points.
Tangerine will take him towards that blue slightly. Depending on how he hits it with top lefts, he would just miss and go towards the yellow.
He's gone for the hook. And red
There's
is
a ball to stop, but it's going to keep going.
Yeah.
It's like 9-ball, man. I don't know if you ever played any 9-ball or anything like that, but 9-ball's like that. You try to like play a shot that's smart and safe, and somehow you leave your opponent perfectly on the ball.
Yeah, I haven't dabbled too much with 9-ball or 8-ball. I feel like it affects my snooker game in a negative way, you know. So I strictly just stick to snooker.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, it's I just enjoy snooker more, you know. I'm not trying to put pool down in any way, but you know, snooker is the ultimate when it comes to billiards. You know, it is the chess game of billiards, and I'm fascinated by the game, and I love the game. And any spare time I have, if people ask me if I want to go play pool for an hour or two, I'm like, no, let's go play snooker. Like, you know, it's just always been snooker for me.
Yeah, and now that I started training, that's all I've been doing too. Like I won't play small table at all, but I do try to test myself. Like every 2 weeks, I'll go play in a tournament because I'm a pool player first, right? And I play on like leagues and tournaments, and I run tournaments. So like pool is like my number one almost.
Yeah.
And I say almost because honestly, if I had the choice, I would take snooker first.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going. I was going somewhere with that, but anyways, all right. So we got a turnover here, and he made a couple of points on that one, but he lost some points too. Why didn't he move his? Because he made a green there. Or is he moving the same score?
He had a score and now it's 50-8. Oh, he's just about to mark it now. Oh, so Rob's leading this frame?
No, see, that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
Unless they're doing that switch up, because sometimes players, like the way they usually do it here is whoever's on the top stays on the top.
Yeah.
But they might be doing switch up.
It's what I did for my match against Billy. I just said to Billy, listen, you just stay top for the whole match, and there's no confusion. Yeah, it's much easier if you do it that way.
There's so much thinking involved in this game that you don't want to have extra things to worry about. Yeah. And that, like, you know what, that time when I ran the century, I wasn't counting, I was just shooting.
Yeah.
I just making everything red, black, red, black. Yeah,
you only want to focus on the table, you know. Yeah. I actually played a tournament there recently where I had to update the scores on an iPad.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it was just taking my focus completely off the match because it was the streaming table and they wanted the players to, you know, input the scores for the streamer. But it's like, that's the last thing I want to do is be, you know, trying to figure out scores and how to put fells in and this and that.
Yeah.
The classic scoreboard is perfect. I just, boom, takes 2 seconds and that's it, like, you know.
That's the match.
So that's the concession there.
So I still confused on the scoreboard, man. I'll let it go.
I think Rob, you might have failed and awarded some points for Sahil.
Okay,
that's probably what happened there. But yeah, that's a very convincing win there by Sahil. He's into the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So I believe start tomorrow at 11 a.m. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. And I'm not sure who's going to be on the, let's see the bracket here. I'm not sure who's going to be on the TV table.
Right.
We'll mark this one here, 4-0.
Yeah.
So Heel's going to play against Steve Kenyans. And I'm assuming that they're not going to want to be on the TV table. But maybe, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll have to talk
maybe Kerry Darcy, they might go on the TV table. Or Donnie and Blake might go on the TV table. Depending on wins here, you guys might go on the TV table because if Dave wins, you and Dave will be a good match. So we're trying to figure this out here. All right, so Rob, what was it, 4-0 for Sahil? I'm going to mute my mic for a second because I'm going to find out some details about tomorrow. All right, so yeah, we're going to have Albert Kenny playing tomorrow morning against either Dave Strachan or Frank Gruber, who are currently in a match, though. It's 3-2 for Frank. All right, and let's see. So then the other match is Donnie against Blake, Kerry against Darcy, and then Steve Kenyans against Sahil. Those are your quarterfinal matchups for tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. We are going to be tuning in again around 11 o'clock. That's when the matches are going to start. I'm hoping I can get it set up by then. I wish I could leave all these tripods set up, man, because I would just go home. Like, if I leave them here, there's a good chance I won't be here when I come in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen some of those late night guys that come around here.
Yeah.
I had a girl that came in last night, and like I don't know what she was looking for, but like she made me so paranoid.
Is that right?
I was like putting everything away. I called my wife at home, like, put everything away.
Yeah. It can be a little sketchy. When you go outside the club, it can be a little sketchy. But
nothing to do with this place, though.
No, this place is brilliant.
These guys get everybody out. They don't allow people to come in here and do that. When they come in, they get them all right away.
This place has a classic snooker club vibe to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's probably the only place that, genuinely, I'm not just saying this, but it's probably the only place that I've played in that reminds me of a classic snooker club growing up. Minus the pool tables. We would have more snooker tables, but just the layout of everything, you know?
Yeah.
It has that feel to it, you know, so.
These guys used to have more snooker tables here before, too, so it used to be huge. Like, it was more snooker tables than 9-foot. But, you know, that was the change of times, right? Like, the 9-foot kind of took over for the snooker, and then somebody introduced the bar box, and then it was like, well, you either get a snooker table, 3 bar boxes, a 9-foot, or 2 bar boxes, right? Like, so that's how it kind of changed.
Yeah.
But in Calgary, it's not like that. You guys all have 9-foots, 8-foots. It's all big tables, pretty much.
Yeah, well, when it comes to snooker anyway, the few places that I know, there's no middle ground.
It's all 6x12?
Yeah.
We got 10 by or 5 by 10s here too.
Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever played in a 5x10. So.
That's more like a straight pool table, I think.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I never played on a 5 by 10, man. I've only ever tried these.
Yeah.
I wish they had them in 15 foot.
Tables are great. A lot of the tables have been recovered as well. So
they're in great condition.
Darcy and his team, including yourself, the owner, have all done a wonderful job here, I have to say. And any tournaments in the future that are on here, I will do my best to support, you know.
That's awesome, man. There's going to be a lot more for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining me. That was Albert Kenny. We're going to wish him some good luck for tomorrow's match against whoever comes out of that match that's still playing. Yep. If you have some time tomorrow, you can always jump in again. Whatever.
Yeah, my pleasure, Rod. My pleasure. And excellent job you're doing here.
Thanks, man.
Keep up the good work, all right?
We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, take care. Good luck, everyone.
All right, so that's going to be it for tonight. We're going to come back tomorrow with some more action live from Bourbon Street Billiards here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's a 2025 Central Canadian Snooker Championships going down. 3-day event. Day 1 in the books, minus the one match that's still going back there. And, well, tomorrow is quarterfinal day, so it's going to be go, go, go. Shoot your lights out. Try your best to survive, man. Very, very fun. Not for the people that are playing, but for us, the ones that are watching and enjoying the matches. All right, so let's go over to chats. Well, let's go to the highlight first. Last highlight I got here. This is a shot on the brown. He made it nice and smooth. You can see, like, it wasn't a shot to nowhere. It was a shot to somewhere. Great finish. All right, then. Well, maybe I'll go back here. All right, yeah, I'll go back here first. If you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you guys are enjoying the matches and the coverage, you can find me under Arriagada/CSLMANITOBA. Best way to find me. You can also find me on Facebook under Arriagada, then space Q Sports Live, one word, space Manitoba. If you want to message me to come out to cover an event for you, you can do so at CSLMANITOBA@gmail.com. CSL standing for Q Sports Live, Manitoba. Let me know if you guys have anything that you want to advertise as well on the events coming up. Even if you're not asking me to come out to cover your event, I will still promote your event. Not a problem. Love pool, love snooker, love supporting those out there that are trying to do their best to make the game the better future that we're looking for. Anyways, yeah, that's it for now. What else do I got? Oh, yes, the sponsors. Don't forget about the sponsors. Titan X, Contract, Managers, Hidari, Snooker Academy, Champion Ironworks, and Avo Home Recreation. All right. 25 players are battling. 8 players left for tomorrow. We'll see who will rise to be the final 2. Will it be seeds 1 and 2? Or are 3 and 4 going to play a part in upsetting one of those 2 seeds? Because they're going to have to face each other at some point, likely in a semifinal. Anyway, it's going to be really exciting. Make sure you guys tune in to watch the event tomorrow. It's going to be great. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. That's it for now. Let's get out. Sakavo. I hope you guys enjoy the coverage. My name is Rod Arriagada. Pleasure to be on board here to be able to stream and provide the coverage for this event. I hope you guys enjoyed it all. Sahil, NAYYAR, very impressive for a guy that just came off a plane, drove down here, didn't really warm up, just went boom, 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 4-0. Crazy. And that's just a little bit of a sample of what he's going to do tomorrow. And I'm glad I'm not playing him. I jokingly said, oh, Sahil, NAYYAR, I beat him. After watching him play, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm just going to stick to playing pool, bro. You do you, I do pool. All right, anyways, that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing the stream. Don't forget, you guys can add us, Q Sports Live on Facebook. You can follow our Facebook page. The guys in Calgary, Ben, Grant, they have a page set up for Q Sports Live on YouTube as well. It's under Q Sports Live. Mine is under Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. That's how you find me. If you're looking for me, anyways, it's posted in the post. Just follow the link and you'll find my page. All right, that's it for now, man. I feel like I want to just keep going, but like I know better. I'm tired. I gotta go, man. I gotta come back and do it all tomorrow again. And then let's check out the comments real quick. No comments on YouTube. We're good. And there's Where's that thing again? Hang on. Gotta get that off my stream, man. Ryan Lai says, come on, Rob. All right, that's it. We're done. Sakabo. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys at the tables tomorrow for day 2 of the 2025 Central Canadian Snooker Championships. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing the stream. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.